We have talked about the Chrysler Slant 6 on this channel before.
Yeah, about how it's indestructible.
Yes, well,
Actually about how it's fairly indestructible on the street and highly destructible in Lemons racing.
Yeah, our theory for engines like the Slant 6, also the Toyota 20R, Chevy small block, they're incredibly reliable when you use them like normal humans, but when you start racing them in Lemons, they tend to fall apart.
So here's a team, Escape Velocity Racing, and they are Slant 6 people, which means they have Slant 6 cars for the street. They're members of slant6.org, a real thing by the way, and thanks to slant6.org, they've been able to build a pretty damn good Slant 6 powered Lemons car, a Dodge Dart.
Now, presumably they also figured out those reliability issues?
No, they just put a big old Cummins turbo on it. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So this particular Dart years ago was bought by the team captain, Frank, when he was 15 years old. He got it out of a Louisiana estate sale because the previous owner died in a boat fire. And if there is any more Louisiana estate sale statement than that, I don't know what it is.
So the Dart became Frank's daily driver all the way through high school and college, at which point it was retired from daily duty and sat for 5 years before Lemons rolled around. And amazingly, for the team's first race back in 2013, the Dart only needed a carb rebuild, new valve stem seals, and some little bit of deferred maintenance items.
Well, and it needed a theme, and these guys being from Space City, Houston, Texas, they decided to make it a Saturn V rocket on its side. Because, why wouldn't you? Now, for the first few years, of course, they did all the usual Slant 6 speed secrets, such as they are, and they suffered the usual Lemons Slant 6 reliability problems, but they also had some success.
And then, in 2019, they saw an ad for something that absolutely would not address the reliability issues. It was a complete blow-through, carbureted turbo kit specifically made for the Slant 6. They couldn't pass it up.
Yeah, so they bolted that on, and big surprise, the carb immediately choked and completely died. They said, okay, we got a fix for this. We're going to make this thing fuel injected. So, of course, they just went to the junkyard and got, Bosch K-Jetronic or something known.
really?
No, of course they didn't. They got LS3 coils. We don't know why. They got the throttle body out of a Chevy truck. We don't exactly know why. They got something from Frank's blown-up Pontiac G8. I don't remember what the hell that was. And they got a Mega Squirt computer, and then decided to make it all work with a blow-through turbo on a Slant 6.
Amazingly, this fuel-injected turbo Slant 6 setup has worked pretty well so far. So well that the worst problem that they've had is relearning how to drive the car with the increased power. That and keeping the brakes cool, especially the rear drums when hauling the car down from turbo speeds.
It's not like they haven't done anything. I mean, they've got 13-inch discs up front now, at least. They got a big old thick torsion bar. They got a NASCAR wing because, of course they do. And they've kind of diddled a little bit with the leaf springs.
Yeah, and sometimes the best way to put together a Lemons car is just take inventory of what you got lying around, even if it's something that's older than you are, even if it's got spotty reliability, maybe just dive in, see what happens.
And if you find any super dodgy performance upgrade pieces, like, I don't know, a blow-through turbo for a Slant 6, we think you should dive into that too, because, there's this rare intersection between totally awesome and a completely terrible automotive idea. And if you can't explore that intersection in Lemons, where can you?
Well, I was rolling down the road in some cold blue steel. I had a blues man in the back and a beautician at the wheel.
Every second you don't subscribe or watch one of these videos, another Vega is sent to the crusher. Won't you help us save Classic?